What do you think the problem is with youth unemployment?
It is really hard, but I mean, you know, you just have to get out there really and start looking.
I applied for lots and lots of jobs.
I actually used to see it as kind of like a 9-to-5 job. I'd get up and I'd immediately be on my computer, or I'd be down at the job centre. I'd constantly be looking at jobs.
So, I mean, I spent about 9 months searching for a job.
The whole idea is that you're meant to move up in the world, but if you can't start somewhere, I think it's dependent on luck.
In London it's quite difficult to get a job because
my hopes of getting a job after uni is slim.
It took me 4 months to get a job, and it was not a job that I wanted to do. It was the first job that I could take.
The sheer volume of applications that we get for any particular role is so massive. We have a great task. Our recruiting managers are faced with a big challenge in sifting through all those applications and finding the people that we want to actually see more of in terms of an interview.
We had several hundred submissions. There seems to be an inherent fault at the moment within human nature when they're looking for work that applies the rules of it doesn't matter what the job is, I will apply. And from an employer's perspective, you do get fed up of interviewing people, and that's not good.
Every day, young people in the UK send out hundreds and thousands of CVs in the hope of getting a job. And every day, employers in the UK receive hundreds of unmatched CVs in their inboxes. And yet, in amongst all of this sending and receiving of CVs, deluged employers are struggling to find the right people to grow their businesses, and 1.4 million young people remain unemployed. Opportunities are being missed. The system's not working.
I think there is a big gap between people's knowledge of how the labour market works, so they do need kind of upskilling, developing their understanding of how to do that, their confidence around doing that, and pulling out their skills and talents, their attributes and abilities.
I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something maybe in media or advertising or something like that.
The biggest one that I'd get was nothing at all. No reply, nothing. And that was, I think I found that harder than actually getting a response, because at least when I got a response, I knew I didn't get the job. But
I was starting to get really depressed about it.
I was looking for a job for around about 5-6 months, so it was very tough, obviously with the current economic climate, with the youth unemployment.
What if there was a way for employers to be protected against the deluge and have access to a select talent pool of carefully matched candidates from which to hire? And what if there was a way for young people to send out CVs in circumstances where they had established in advance that the employer they are approaching is one that they are a really good match for? Youthsmart is an app that can help people do just this. It allows young people to self-select and match themselves against live employer specifications before they send their CV out. And it allows employers to send clear and concise messages to a 21st century talent pool, telling them precisely what they need so they can fuel growth for their business.
To me, it's a no-brainer, because if you do that, your work in shortlisting is just going to be made so much easier. So I think employers need to really look at their job descriptions, their person specifications, and, you know, really ask the question, what do we need? What are we looking for?
We're always looking for talented people, and supporting this project is one way for us to be able to tap into the potential that young people may be able to offer us.
Here's how it works for people looking for work. Select. Industries I want to work in, skills I have and want to use, cultures I work well in. Match. Behaviours that best describe me, environments I do best in. Proceed to checkout. Results. Industries that match my profile, job functions that I will be good for, employers who are interested in people like me. Confirm brief. Send my CV to employers in the Youthsmart pool who are interested in people like me. Book me in for a consultation with the Youthsmart team of recruiters. Create my LinkedIn profile. Get help creating my LinkedIn profile from the Youthsmart team. How did the help that Junction 24 give you help you to find the job that you're in today?
They were very, very helpful. They gave me lots of different, we did a mind map. I spent a day in an office with them.
I got a response, which was really nice. Then I thought, yeah.
And here's how it works for employers. Take part in the Youthsmart survey twice a year. Brief a Youthsmart assessor to help me get a person specification that matches my current needs. Approve my Youthsmart CV pigeonhole. Carry the Youthsmart kite mark on my website. I'm just going to ask you a question about your recent employee, Salim. What would you say that your experience of employing a young person has been so far?
Fantastic. He's given a breath of fresh air to his colleagues. He's given his colleagues a challenge which they have absolutely risen to. You know, there isn't enough that they could do for him. He's attentive, he listens well, he's keen to learn, and without a doubt he is everything we would have hoped for and more.
Because we're young, we've got fresh ideas, we're very creative. I think a lot of employers seem to miss that we can come up with new ideas that they may not necessarily have realised themselves. So we can open up all these new ideas. I think that's ultimately the biggest challenge that employers need to see within the young market.
In February 2013, the Chartered Institute of Personnel and Development published survey findings about employers and their plans or not to hire young people. With a sample size of 998 from a base of 10,000 respondents, the survey found that 7 out of 10 employers did not hire a single young person in 2012. But of these, 80% said they could have done so and wanted to. And furthermore, they said they could do so again in 2013. What was holding them back? There were 3 main reasons why not. Poor impressions of young people ranking highly, poor evidence of enthusiasm coming a close second, but the biggest reason why not was because young people were not able to show that they understood what employers were looking for. In short, they had not matched themselves to the chosen employer's needs. If these findings are to be believed, then what this means is that right now there are a confirmed 558 employers in the UK who could hire a young person tomorrow.